This is a Headgum original.
Jake and Amir, two Jews that you can't forget. In 2010, they were big on the internet. But then 3 failed pilots, 2 rejected movie scripts. One last-ditch effort to try and stop their career from going to shit. Segment. Another podcast. Segment. Each app different from the last. Segment. It's the Swiss Army knife of shows. Meet your 2 pathetic hosts. Segment.
If I died before this episode is released, and it's a great episode of segments with Jake and Amir, do you release it? And do you preface it with, Amir would have wanted it this way? We're just FYI, he's gone. But
I, first of all, cold open this exact clip.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is before the theme song?
Yeah, this is before the theme song.
Okay.
Then I let this theme song play.
Yeah.
And then I come in, voice of God, who you've just met because you're dead.
I'm at the Pearly Games.
Yeah, and I say, I'm sure a lot of you guys tuning in know the news that Amir's no longer with us. And
It's already out.
And I say, I'm releasing this episode as a love letter to my great partner. Like, I'll never, make it really, really fucking heartfelt. And if you want to listen to any of our other content, I've now put it all behind Patreon.
This is his sort of magnum opus. Anyway, let's get started. This is Fart or Queef.
Yeah. So everything in our catalog, every Jake and Amir video, every podcast episode, everything we've ever made goes on Patreon. That's behind a paywall.
And you're using that to support the family, or?
I'm using that to skip out on the family. I'm using that to have a secret family. I'm using that to have a compound in the Caribbean with
compound interest.
Yes, exactly right. I am tax sheltering myself in a tax haven.
That's really cool. In New Haven?
In New Haven. Yes, exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, follow up. I die. And we talked about it on this fucking episode. Do you keep this part in?
If you keep on bringing it up, I guess it would depend how you died.
At this point, yeah.
If it was if it was truly an accident, then I think it'd be too much of a coincidence to not.
People would assume, okay.
Yeah.
And this is honestly getting macabre and morose. So last question.
Yeah.
We're together when I die.
Right, that's what I'd be afraid of.
Now, do you release this as a way to absolve yourself, or does this sort of implicate yourself even further?
That's the rub. That's the interesting idea.
They talked about
it. And it would be bad because I've kind of talked about how I could benefit from it at this point.
Yeah.
So it would depend if I was actually doing that stuff. I think I would have to see that plan through.
Yeah.
And if we died in a jet skiing accident, but we went out of sight of land and you drowned, and
have to assume
why is he has bruising around his neck? And I'm like, well, he fell from the jet ski and hit his neck in a certain way.
Let's see the podcast before I jump to anything.
I don't want to release it out of respect for Amir, but you can listen if you subscribe to our Patreon, Your Honor.
Patreoner, Your Honor.
Your Patreoner.
All right. Well, hopefully I survived throughout at least the release of this episode, so we don't have to get to it.
Yeah.
But this is segments. We are back in the lab. You can be watching this on YouTube.
That's right.
We're in the New York studio together.
Exactly.
Which sort of provides an extra layer of fun because we can do a little show and tell segment action.
Exactly.
For those of you listening at home, I'll try to describe the visuals as much as humanly possible, but Jake is going to show me celebrities, the most famous celebrities in their 20s.
Famous people in their 20s.
Okay.
These are the top celebs.
The creme de la creme.
They've got millions of Instagram followers.
They're
starring
viral,
in films
rich.
and TV series that are grossing millions and billions of dollars.
Oh my God.
Okay. So these guys are rich, they are powerful, they have influence, and they have star power. We're going to see if you know any of them.
Okay.
The first one is...
Drum roll, please. Okay. I'm staring at a lady, a nice attractive lady who looks like Mila Kunis, but I don't know if it's a Jenner, if it's a Kardashian. Is it a Rodrigo? I'll guess Olivia Rodrigo.
And Nicole, do you have a guess?
I do know who this is.
Oh, you do know?
Yeah.
But I incorrectly, when I first saw her, thought immediately Nina Dobrev for some reason. But I know it's not.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. But you know who this is too. Do you want to tell Amir?
Victoria Justice.
Victoria Justice is a name I've not heard of. Is she on a Marvel?
She is. I'm looking at it now. It looks like she is an actor and a singer.
Okay.
She was in
Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
It's a good name. Is she related to David Justice?
I don't know. I really don't know. It looks like she was in a Nickelodeon show.
Got it. Yeah, that's why. Honestly, it would be weird if I knew who this was.
Well, she was in it in 2005.
Oh, okay.
And
but
now
it's
she's
it's like, why was I
she's
watching
a
Nickelodeon at age 23?
She has 24 million followers on Instagram.
Okay, good on her. Shout out Victoria Justice. Now I know who she is.
Okay. All right, so that's 0 for 1.
Do you think I'll get any of these?
You have to strip.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was strip celebrity.
And it's just I got one wrong and I have to take off all my
completely
clothes.
naked.
Yeah. The next
you can
one
put
I have
them
to
on
cut
when you
my
get one
dick
right.
off.
All right, next celeb.
Oh, I know this one. This is a white man with a beard with tattoos on his face. This is White Iverson, aka Post Malone.
That's correct.
Did you think I'd get this one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's good. So I didn't. You think he regrets the face tattoos, or that's sort of like him forever?
I think that's him
fine.
forever. I think he's
and
fine
he likes
with
that.
Yeah. Face tattoos they're a big thing with these kids in their 20s. They love the face tattoo.
It's a risk for sure because it's always on your face.
If you had to get a face tattoo, what would you do?
Probably something about Luke, my dog.
Right. And where would you put him?
I would put like an L maybe underneath my beard.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's like close to my face, but not necessarily on my
you can kind of keep it hidden.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out that next celeb.
Oh, I might do a rose on my eye. Oh, sorry, we're back.
Who's this? Blonde lady.
Blonde lady looks like Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter.
Uh-huh.
Sort of a Jodie Foster type.
Yeah.
Thin-lipped Sydney Sweeney, but wayfish.
Yes.
Wispy curtain bangs.
Thinny Sweeney.
I don't know who this is at all. I can't even guess. I guess if I had to just fucking throw out a name.
Yeah.
Courtney Ross.
I'll give you some of her credits.
Okay.
She was in Euphoria.
Is she a Nepo baby?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, Euphoria.
Maya Hawke.
Nope.
Okay, I don't know who this is.
The Hunger Games.
Jennifer Lawrence.
No, this is Hunter Schafer.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Neither do I.
Nicole?
Yeah,
you know
Euphoria.
who that is?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Euphoria. A lot of Euphoria kids. Right.
Have you seen Euphoria?
No.
Yeah,
it's not for me. I know that it's not for me.
But isn't it like cool teens partying? Isn't that up your alley?
Cool teen? No, that's not up my alley. Cool teens party. I liked to party when I was in my teens and 20s. Now
why is that not for you?
Well, because I don't like watching. I don't like watching teens party. That's not fun for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Next.
This is a 9-year-old with a tattoo. What?
Nicole, do you know who this guy is?
This is
I think so,
literally
but I haven't seen him in years.
preteen. There's no way he's old enough to have a tattoo.
He is 21 years old.
This is a child wearing jewelry and a tattoo and a fucking nail polish, which is, I guess, the least of his concerns.
It looks like he's in a movie called The Loneliest Boy in the World.
That's funny. Wait, Nicole, you know who this is?
I think so, but I haven't seen him since he was like a child.
Okay, so
he's a child now.
Yeah.
Well, a real child.
He was 9 and now he's 21, looks like 9. Nicole, what's your guess? I don't know who this is.
Jacob Sartorius.
That's correct.
I knew that. Oh, he was a popular Vine or Musically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I know the
a lot
name.
of these, like a lot of the kids that were big on Vine or whatever, they're just singers and songwriters now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know the Montana Boys?
No.
So the Montana Boys are a recent TikTok phenomenon. They're not singers or dancers. All they do is walk towards the camera while a country song plays. There's 5 of them. They're pretty hot. They live in Montana. A country song is playing and they're walking to the camera. Almost like models, but they're not models either. They're just from Montana. And Kristen Cavallari saw it, DM'd one of them, and now they're dating. So it's like the Montana boys and Kristen Cavallari, and they're all sort of famous in this ecosystem.
That's absolutely bizarre.
And they have like, they do interviews and like, we don't have any acting ambitions and we don't have any singing or dancing skills. So it's like, okay, what are we down to here?
Yeah.
You're just wearing a hat.
You're just guys from Montana that Kristen Cavallari wanted to have sex with.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Anyway, I hope one of them is on here. The Montana boys.
Yeah, Kristen Cavallari could be. All right, next.
Oh, that is Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, you did guess her before, so she's on the mind.
Yeah.
All right.
She's
good.
really good, by the way. I really like Olivia Rodrigo.
Very talented.
Yeah.
I watched a 60 Minutes with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good. Shout out to Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay, another singer songwriter's coming up next.
Okay. She's wearing an earring that looks like an ear wearing an earring, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That being said,
cool.
I've never seen this person before in my life.
Nicole?
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Who?
Do I have to ruin it already?
Yeah, because I just don't know. Angeline Dupree.
Let me see if I can give some of her credits so people at home can guess.
Oh, okay. Is she in Marvel movies?
She is not. She's a singer.
Okay.
She's got a song called "Paint the Town Red."
Oh, I know that. I'm just sick. I paint the town red. She's a rebel. She's a bad little bitch. She a devil. Is it Dua Lipa?
No.
Is it? It
does start with a D.
I do know that song. It's a popular TikTok song. Bitch, I said what I said.
What's Homer Simpson's catchphrase?
Dua Lipa.
No. Doe. And what's our Patreon?
Doja Cat.
Nice.
I think she's Jewish or something.
Really?
Somebody said that she's either half Jewish or something. Oh, yeah, I do know that song. That is a good song. And I didn't know that that's what Doja Cat looked like.
3 more celebs.
Okay. I'm looking at the head of PR for Intel. This is a LinkedIn profile picture of a young executive.
And this one's a Nepo baby.
Okay, that makes more sense. This is...
You can tell the Nepo babies because they kind of don't look like they should be famous.
It's
and
like
that makes
Sarah
sense.
Hathaway, Anne Hathaway's younger sister.
Yeah. This is Anne Hathaway's cousin.
Yeah, Dana Hathaway.
You're going to be it's so a name like that.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you some
Nicole, do you know?
Yes.
Do you want me to give you some of her
Nicole,
father's
how do you
credits?
know all of these? Oh, father's credits. Is this Maya Hawke?
Nope.
Ethan Hawke's daughter?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, give her.
So she is famous. She's in Euphoria. There you go.
Of course, that's what it is. I don't know any of the Euphorias.
She's also in a couple of her father's movies, so I'll give you the names of those.
Okay.
The King of Staten Island.
With Pete Davidson?
Yep.
Okay.
She's in Knocked Up.
With Seth Rogen?
Yep.
Maude Apatow.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
correct.
I did know that. I didn't know that's what she looks like.
Yep. All right, 2 more.
This guy's fucking hot.
He's so hot.
It's Christian Bale with a fucking necklace and a shirt.
This dude, I don't know if I would have known him based on the photo, honestly, but I love his music.
I was hoping you'd give me Jacob Elordi, because I do know that
really
from Saltburn, but this is not Jacob Elordi.
No.
This is a guy, a musician.
Yeah, musician. Chiseled everything.
Yeah.
The jaw, the abs. The hair is perfect.
Wow. What songs does he have that's famous?
I can give you some.
I don't think I've seen this.
You've definitely
You've heard the songs. Nicole, do you know who this is?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Nicole, you're young,
I'm
aren't
tapped
you?
in.
Yeah. All right. There's nothing holding me back.
There's nothing holding me back.
That's right.
This is the guy who sings "There's Nothing Holding Me Back."
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy.
Oh, Shawn Mendes?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, there's nothing holding me. I thought Shawn Mendes was older.
I don't know how old he is, honestly.
He looks like a young boy. I thought Shawn Mendes was like close to our age.
Really? I don't think so. But let's see. How old is he?
32.
No, really?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, he's 6'1".
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Good on Sean.
You're gonna be floored. He's
Oh.
25.
This kid is 25.
He's still got his whole entire life ahead of him.
I feel like I've known him for 10 years. Wow.
Yeah, well,
Good on
I mean, you
Shawn
might have known him
Mendes.
since he was 15. A lot of these kids, they get their start so
Sartorius
young.
style, yeah.
All right, last one, and I believe you've guessed her maybe twice. So
Holy shit.
you should get her now.
Is it Dua Lipa?
That's Dua Lipa.
That's
yeah.
Dua Lipa. Maybe that's the Jew.
Yeah,
One of these pop stars is like a Jew from the Valley or something like that. I heard.
interesting. A lot of Jews from the Valley make
Yeah.
it.
It's funny. It's like I was a Jew from the Valley and also Doja Cat. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Like she also went to the Johnny Rockets in Woodland Hills. Did I ever see her there?
There's a world where if you got famous now, like I feel like we hit our peak at a time when it actually didn't matter if you were hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could just look like anything and people thought you were cute.
Okay.
Now with the TikToks and all that stuff, you kind of have to like
At least be a 9.
yeah, you have to have like the body. You have to have it all. You have to be able to dance. So
You have to be a Montana boy.
yeah. If we were getting our start now, I wonder if we would. Well, probably we just wouldn't even try.
Well, I did notice recently that all YouTubers now, the vloggers, have
Yeah.
incredible hair.
Right. That's
They all have like big, thick hair.
yeah. Yeah.
Like curly hair that are bangs, thick fucking Rhett and Link style hair, or a full mane.
yeah.
You never see like a thin-haired YouTuber.
No, you really don't.
They have to have young,
You
hot
gotta you
hair.
had to have the fucking coif.
pompadour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben
gotta have
Schwartz
Sean-
or better
yeah, exactly.
to be a YouTuber.
Ben Schwartz or a Shawn Mendes.
yeah.
Yeah, Ben
That's-
could make it.
It's
But you have good hair. You could
Thank
definitely
you.
do
Yeah,
it.
I needed to hear that because at the time it didn't feel like that. I never.
Yeah,
heard
you
that
didn't
from
ever.
you.
I feel like you didn't accentuate your hair until much later because you had the faux hawk, which actually kind of just brought it to a little point. It wasn't necessarily like
anything.
no.
Yeah.
And you also had really thin glasses,
Thin
no
glasses,
beard. Yeah,
yeah.
you made yourself uglier in your better looking years.
All right, let's
Would you
take
ever
a
think about
break.
that?
Yeah.
I don't want to take a break. Let's
Because I'm
Drill down
finally
on
ready
this.
to talk about this.
Losers.
And we're back.
yo.
People like when we discuss strolls down memory lane.
I love
We
that.
Talk about old college humor stories, potentially stories from our earlier 20s.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when we were of Shawn Mendes' age.
Yes, a spry Mendes.
Yeah, you remembered a part of our lives where we were close to selling a television show.
Yes.
Not our TV show, the Jake and Amir pilot.
Right.
No, not
which happened
that.
later. I think this was maybe our first thing. Is that possible?
Maybe
or
our
maybe,
second.
or maybe it was our second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
So-
we got kind of far along in the process.
Yeah. I guess it was maybe the furthest I don't even know if it was the furthest we had ever gotten. It was just maybe like, it was so early and we got so far that it felt like the realest thing that ever happened. It was kind of like before we were jaded by the process and we were enamored by the process.
Yeah, this you said was 2013.
2013.
So I was 30 and you were 27 or 28 or something.
Yeah. I think it was 20. Oh, wait. Yeah. No, 2013, 11 years ago. Yeah, 27. All right.
And this is like when basically TV was like network TV still exists and like people would pitch things in cycles. Remember that? Like
Yeah.
in January you hit them with log lines and try to
Right.
get a producer on board because in May they're buying projects for the
And then
spring.
there's pilot season because we're also
Yeah.
actors and you'd like fly to LA to like audition for all of the pilots.
Yeah, which I don't think exists anymore. There's like just TV
Just like
in
rolling
general.
all the time.
Yeah, there's no seasonality to it.
Right. I don't think so.
But this is like when we had our YouTube show, so it's like, oh, let's try to sell a piece of development. So like hit us with ideas, and they would say like try to have it based on a newspaper article. So
Yeah.
it's like when they ask you why now, we have like this article, famous viral thing to point to.
Yeah. And so you read an article about these like 38-year-olds that were all still living together 18 years after college.
Yeah, or they moved back in together, or maybe they were just still.
Well, I just read the
together.
pitch. Actually, they had never left,
Got
and then we like, I think we took that one step further, and we were like, okay, what if they all left and they like are depressed in their lives, and they come back because college was the happiest time, so they all move in together.
Right, which is fine. It's
Yeah.
like a normal idea for a show.
We called it Home Again.
Great, because you can never go home again.
We pitched it to Ben Stiller's production company,
Uh-huh.
Red Hour.
Yeah. We pitched it to a bunch of production companies.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first round of this like pilot pitching is you go around to all of the different production companies. And usually it's like a celebrity who has a production company. And then if any of those producers like it, then they say they'll develop it with you.
Yeah. You're still not getting paid.
Not
but
getting
at the very
paid.
least, there's a
All-
famous
like-
person's company attached to your idea.
I like this idea. It's like an executive is like, I like this idea, and I might even tell Ben Stiller about it.
The Ben Stiller might know about it.
So you'll write the script.
Yep,
I'll
for
give you
free.
notes. Yeah,
For free.
And then usually they had like some kind of deal with one of the networks
Or a studio,
or a
even
studio
before the network.
Oh, right. So then once you get that script, you go and you pitch it to a studio.
Yeah. Because the networks are like CBS, Fox, ABC, and NBC. Those are the four.
Yeah.
And then those people hear pitches not from production companies that we already had attached, but from studios.
Yeah.
Like Paramount or Warner Brothers.
And did we get past network and we were going to pitch the studio?
I think we were going to pitch the studio, but the studio was ABC, which was also the network. So it was a little two-for-one opportunity.
Yeah.
So we got the production company on board, which is still $0. And then you take that with them Chicken Little style to the next level. And that next level would have been potentially to have a script for a pilot at ABC.
Right.
Which is the holy grail. It's not even a show.
Not even
just
a show.
somebody paying you to write a script.
Right. You'll write a script, and then maybe you get to shoot the pilot.
Which would be insane. You get a lot of money just to shoot the pilot. They spend billions of dollars on pilots that are shot that never get there.
And then if they like it, then it gets picked up.
An actual show that could get canceled after 6 episodes.
Usually they do.
9 Miracles happen to have a failed show.
Right, exactly.
And then the goal is to have a Modern Family, which makes $20 billion and feeds the rest of the
Gets adapted
ecosystem.
into several different languages.
Exactly.
There's international versions of Home Again down in South America, and we're just
this
watching
is
the money in our checking
on
account go
step
up and up and up.
2 of 80.
And we're the most excited we've ever been because it's like something that's not Jake and Amir.
Yes.
And
It's still our comedy.
Right. And like adults that are like powerful and successful are actually interested. And they're like, oh, this is actually good.
Cool.
Like, whoa, okay. So I remember this was when I'd moved back from LA, was living in Williamsburg, used to come over whenever we weren't shooting Jake and Amir, you would just come over and we would spend all day writing this pilot.
We would write a pilot for free just to sort of show people, be like, this is what it could be, by the way.
Exactly.
So you don't even have to pay. It's already done. And
Right.
they're like, okay, we're either into it or we're not.
So I have the pilot.
Oh, okay.
Tell me what you want me. Do you want to read the cold open? Do you want me to read I wonder if there's a one sheet.
Let's see. Yeah, let's read the cold open. It's called.
There's so many files in this folder. There's notes on this pilot from Ben Joseph and Dan Gurwitch.
Yeah. That's the thing. Whenever you write stuff, you have to get your friends' notes and then the studio notes and then the production company notes. Everyone's sort of pitching in, weighing, and letting you know what they think.
Our manager and Pat gave notes on another round.
Yeah, you're going to want to talk to Pat and
There's
our manager.
draft 4.
Yeah.
Oh, Debbie, the producer, gave notes.
Yeah, Debbie, who I really liked. I think she's still around making
I love
shows.
Debbie. Yeah, I think she makes Pen 15.
Great.
She's killing it. Okay, so the premise for this show is that Amir and I play. I believe my name is Ryan, and yours is Phil.
Okay. So Ryan is like a buttoned-up businessman. And Phil is his wacky best friend that doesn't have a job.
And it's Ryan and Phil's idea to get all of their old friends to move back into their college house together.
Okay.
Okay.
And the funny part about this process is, like, we pitched this to ABC Studios and it didn't end up happening. Next year, we could have pitched this idea, but it's like, no, that's an old idea.
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
don't want
why?
the old idea.
Nobody saw this idea. It's just as good as this random other one we're about to pitch.
Yeah,
where it's
no,
like,
we want
okay,
your
this
new
is an
idea.
ice cream store.
Right.
Like, that's a lot more timeless.
Scoops.
Yeah. Why is that any better than this?
I think Scoops. Was Scoops after this or before?
I think before.
Yeah, because Scoops was way worse.
It was a multicam.
Yeah.
It was like our version of Cheers, but an ice cream store.
We'll read Scoops next time. Also developed with Debbie. So
oh, really?
Shout out to Debbie. Yeah, she's the best. Okay. This is the cold open interior WorldCom Bank lobby. Ryan McCafferty, That's me.
Yeah.
32, handsome, nice. Handsome, unhappy, in a power suit, exits the elevator of his investment banking firm. He is walking and talking with Mr. Thompson, a rich old white guy. So I'll be Ryan, you'll be Mr. Thompson.
Okay.
Mr. Thompson, hi. I was hoping to take Saturday and Sunday off this weekend.
You just took a weekend off in February of 2009.
You remember that?
I remember everything, Ryan. You also took a lunch break in 08.
It'll never happen again, sir. It's just that I'm moving tomorrow.
Fine. Just make up for it next Christmas or funeral or something. Is your dad close to dying?
I don't hope so.
Fair enough. L'chaim, I'm going to start sprinting. See you Monday.
And then Mr. Thompson sprints away. Ryan and Mr. Thompson exit the WorldCom lobby and are met with a chorus of boos from a throng of, Occupy Wall Street style.
Nice.
From a throng of angry protesters, Mr. Thompson takes off. He's really fast for an old guy.
There he is. That's the guy that sits in his ivory tower shredding our tax dollars.
We don't get your tax dollars.
Sounds like this chicken wants some eggs. The crowd launches eggs at Ryan as he runs towards his car. A man in crowd gives chase and the protesters erupt in cheers. You jump into my car, Phil, and slam the door. Man in crowd. What is this?
Wait,
the protesters surround the car in a frenzy, rocking it back and forth. Man in crowd. Sorry, I know.
Oh, interesting. Eggs, Phil? Really? Why eggs?
Oh, so my character was in the crowd.
Yeah, the man from the crowd dives in the passenger side. The protesters surround the car in a frenzy, rocking it back and forth. So you were the man in the crowd protesting me.
Got it.
Okay. Why eggs?
Sorry. I know. The man in the crowd is Phil Feldman, 31, bearded, wiry, and slovenly and charming.
Nice.
We've been friends for 30 years.
Phil Feldman is a really good name.
Both of the PH.
Yeah. It's stuff like this that makes me not want to move back in with you.
Whoa, you can't pull out now. We're signing the papers this afternoon.
You're not signing anything. I'm buying the house.
I'm still involved. I'm the one who got the old roommates on board. I mean, buying back our college house was my idea. You see, this is the premise, and we know what it is in page 2.
And you got egg on my casual Friday tie. Perfect. Casual Friday tie is good.
Do you hear yourself? Casual Friday tie? You need a do-over. You've been miserable since we graduated college. I hate seeing you like this.
Stop crying. I do enough of that myself in the break room between meetings. Also, sometimes quietly during meetings. But you need this too. You live in a tent.
It's a yurt.
You don't buy yurts at Target.
Shh. My Occupy buddies would really frown upon me supporting the man.
Just promise me that when we're living together again, you'll be more mature.
We're still doing the fun room though, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
Awesome. Love you. I'll be more mature, starting now.
Just then, 2 protesters jump on the hood of Ryan's car.
Dookie on the hood! Take a dookie on the hood! I'm sorry. Drop trow and drop a deuce. I'll pay for half the car wash, I swear.
Through the protesters' bare legs, we see Ryan is disgusted while Phil is smiling eagerly. Smash cut to title, Home Again.
This is fine.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
fine.
Like as good as, if not better than, Young Sheldon.
Definitely, I think it's better than Young Sheldon.
It has to be better than Young Sheldon.
And the pilot, we have to set up the premise. So there's some exposition that's getting
which is a little cheesy and unfunny,
there,
but that's part of
the jokes are
TV.
still fine.
Yeah. If I saw this cold open, I wouldn't turn off the channel.
No.
I'd be like, okay, they made the most out of this. By the time it got to channel 7 at 8:30 p.m., it wouldn't be a guy taking a dump on a hood.
Right.
It would be like, I don't know, putting mayonnaise on the windshield.
Yeah, exactly. Hock a loogie.
Yeah.
Hock a loogie.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're only on to page 4.
But if TV still existed, like, I feel like we could repitch this. I don't know what the hell's going. Like, how are people pitching CBS shows nowadays?
Well, I think they only come from people who have like 9 seasons of other shows.
Right.
So like Chuck Lorre.
Yeah,
like,
I was on Men in 2.5 Men for 12 years. And I had this other show about
okay, let's do a spinoff. There's a third broke girl.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So like they're not talking to 28-year-old YouTubers.
No, they don't want anyone. At this point, they don't need people to pitch them new ideas. They just need the guys who have been making everything to make another thing.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
So like the TikTokers that are famous, the Montana boys are not pitching NBC.
No, but I'm sure they could get cast in anything.
What about the production companies, the Red Hours of the world? Are they still talking, but they're just pitching to like Apple Plus about a dramedy?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like all of those all of those like celebrity production companies are making their cash from, co-proing anything the celeb is in.
Well, see,
and
so
then
Ben
meanwhile
Stiller's
selling
Severance.
selling things to, I mean, Stiller's probably, he's different because he's directing too.
That's good.
But yeah, then the other guys are like selling things to Hulu and Amazon.
That's cool.
That are like smaller budget, but not really small budget.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's only been 10 years since then. It feels like a completely different generation.
Yeah.
What's going to happen in 10 years?
We should have Debbie on the show and be like, what's TV like now?
Can I have a job, ma'am? I'd really like to work for you as an intern.
I don't know if I do want a job there.
Red Hour?
Or like in TV anymore.
Oh, right.
Like
TV may or may not exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess it'd be fun. It would be fun to just be a writer in a show that I knew was going to be
already
picked up or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other way to do it. It's like, this person already went through the fucking minor miracles it took to make a show. Now I just get to be a part of it.
Right, exactly. That's
but then
perfect.
You're just an actor. You're
right.
not a co-creator.
Yeah, there's something fun about like creating your own show, but also that comes with all of the stress and hurdles and disappointment.
Yeah.
So it's kind of better to just be like checked out. Well, one of your friends does all of that, and they say, "Hey, will you write on my show?" Like, oh yeah, sure.
Kind of like how Rose and UTK, our friends, are on Ghost, the number one sitcom on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
They figured it out.
That just fell into their laps.
I should be at the star of a show.
I should be UTK.
I don't know how to act, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You just sort of say the lines and stand in a place.
That's easy.
It's better than easy. It's rich. All right. That's a good story.
Yeah, let us know if you want us to read the rest of Act 1.
What happens? What are the other characters? Do you remember?
I think there's 2 other lady characters and 1 other guy. I believe it was couple? Yeah, there's a couple that were right. So there's a married couple that we lived with, and we lived with them because I was dating the girl. Mm-hmm. So it's like my ex who married our other roommate.
Oh, right.
So, and then there's also like a girl who used to be a big time gamer.
Yeah.
So now they come back. They're the 2 married people. I think that's like the love interest. It's like I still have feelings for this girl.
I remember when coming up with ideas, they'd be like, it really only matters for the pilot because the rest of the show is 5 friends hanging out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have to like fucking back into create a Bible, a story. What's the first story?
So
and then it's like, and then it eventually dissolves into Friends, which is just 6 friends.
Right. Friends got it. Friends and Seinfeld got it right. It's just like, oh, it's just people hanging out.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. Can we do that? No, there has to be a reason.
And what's the reason you're writing it?
What's the reason you guys are friends?
Like the New Girl, which we studied as like a pilot sample.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this show is about a new girl, but like by episode 2, she's not the new girl anymore. She's just someone who lives
Season
with
6. She's just Zooey Deschanel. The next scene it's Dennis and Miranda's apartment. That's the married couple.
That's cool.
The guys enter the apartment, which is tiny but immaculate. Miranda Cooper.
91 and racist to a fault.
I mean, even a little is to a fault, right?
All right, cool. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Ah, very nice.
We all carry around different stresses.
Indeed.
Whether you're anxious or depressed about a family relationship, a friend relationship, work, life, balance issues.
Yeah. Plenty of reasons these days.
There's always something to be a little bit tense about, and the best way to relieve that tension and to stop carrying that burden is by talking to a professionally licensed therapist.
That's right.
And the best way to find one of those is by going to BetterHelp because it's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule. All you got to do is fill out a questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
Easy peasy, bud.
Jake, I talk to therapists all the time, and it's very helpful.
Yeah, you talk to therapists like
multiple
they keep
therapists
on dropping you.
Have come to me and with their hat in hand, and I help them, and they help me.
Right, amazing.
Yes, we're all helping each other because we're all talking to one another, and if I wanted to just stay at home and do so more affordably and conveniently, I would use BetterHelp.
Right on.
You can visit betterhelp.com/segments today to get 10% off your first month.
Awesome.
So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. That's betterhelp.com/segments. Their prices are low because they're not the therapists are not paying for rent anywhere.
Right.
So
Well, they
you don't
might be
have to
paying for rent
split that
somewhere,
cost.
but it's not necessarily
an expensive office.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they pass those cashes on to you.
Those savings go on to you for sure.
Yes, correct. So again, BetterHelp, HELP.com/segments today to get 10% off your first month.
Easy.
Thanks, BetterHelp. And we're back.
Okay.
All right, here's a TikTok premise I thought of that we're going to test out on this show.
All right.
It's a 2-person game.
Yeah.
And the way it works is I generate a number 1 through 100.
Uh-huh.
You don't know what that number is.
Right.
But the audience will.
Yeah.
And my goal is to slap you with that intensity. So if it randomly generates 100, I'm going maximum slap.
You're slapping as hard as
If it's a 1, I'm doing a very light slap.
A graze.
Exactly. 50 is somewhere in the middle. So my goal is to sort of communicate that number
via slap
via
to
force. You. And the winner is us together if I'm able to hit you exactly at like 47 and you get it.
Okay.
So it's sort of like we're communicating with our hands instead of with our talking.
All right. So, and for people listening, we're going to get a pickup after I'm slapped what the number is.
Yeah. So people will hear it before I slap you, but Jake won't know the number.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you're watching it on YouTube, we're going to use that Google generator, which is hopefully something you can visually see.
All right.
Okay.
So generate.
So Nicole, generate that number out of 100. Okay. I see the number.
All right.
So you're gonna hear it now, but Jake won't know.
I have no idea what's going on.
We'll record it after the fact.
All right.
The number is 65.
And now I'm gonna stand up, and you'll spank me with that intensity.
Okay. Yeah. You tell me where to hit you, and then I'll hit you.
All right. Nicole, hide the number because I don't want to see it when I turn around.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna spank you this intensity out of 100.
I'll move my keys.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can sort of spank that number into existence. What did you feel about that? I guess narrow down to the bottom or upper 50 first.
My first guess was like 33. I was like, that wasn't too hard. But then I'm like, you're not super strong, so like I have to go based on like how
maybe because you're wearing pants it felt muted or something.
How hard you like
I thought
that might have been
that
was your 87, you know? Like I wouldn't know that because it didn't really feel like. So with using that curve, I actually am going to guess 45.
Okay, close but not super close. The number was 65.
65. Yeah. That really didn't feel.
That was me 2/3 of the way to maximum.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's switch seats.
All right.
You play me.
Okay. Let's generate this numero. The number is 27. Okay. I almost instantly said it out loud.
Okay, 79. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
So the number is behind me. I want you to slap the back of my hand with that intensity. Interesting. That was very mid. I would say it's in the 25 to 75 range for sure. It wasn't really light and it wasn't really extreme.
Mm-hmm.
But in that range, it felt 25 to 50-ish for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say 43.
43. The number was 27.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So 16 off. That's the closest we've been so
Not bad.
far.
Okay.
All right. We're trying to get closer than 16 here.
Okay.
Where do you want me to hit you?
My grundle.
In your taint?
Yeah, in the taint.
Just a karate chop upwards towards the taint. Okay.
No, why don't I go just full on, just hand.
Okay, hand to hand.
Front of hand, yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's generate that number out of 100. Okay. The number is 68.
Ooh, all right. That was a bit of effort.
Yeah.
Again, my first thought was 50% because you didn't wind up.
Nicole's laughing.
But I do think that, knowing that you don't have a lot of strength, I feel like that was actually probably near your max.
1 rep max.
So I think we're looking at 75 and up. There's no way that it's 90 because I think you would have wound up.
Yeah.
You didn't really wind up.
Yeah.
I'll do 78.
Closer. 68.
Okay.
So we're 10 off.
Yeah, 10 off. That's not bad. All right. I do think hand is more effective because I couldn't.
It's sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the risky move.
Yeah.
And say my face.
Okay.
And hope that it's not 80 and above. But if it is, I don't want you to take it easy on me.
Yeah.
I can handle 100.
All right. The number is 43. And that's I see the number. It's been generated. Oh, it's been generated.
Are you sure you want to do it? You punch me.
Put on a metal glove.
It was 12. What the hell is your problem?
Yeah, but it's a punch. All right.
Okay, slap my face with this intensity.
Got it.
Oh, God. He's winding up, folks. I was hoping it was a love tap. That hurt. Okay. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. Mm-hmm. Still, I'm feeling 50-ish from that because there was a little wind up and a hit. Mm-hmm. But then I also does it just hurt more because it was my face?
Right.
55.
Close, but not closer than me. It's 43.
Oh, okay. So it was a little lighter.
Yeah,
55 would have been harder than that.
Yeah.
Let's generate it again. Hit my face again now that I'm calibrated.
Okay. Oh, God.
Do the other side.
This side. I can't. It's left-handed. You
need to hit the same side.
I do. Okay. All right.
That was so hard. It was 21. That was so hard. That woke me up like a fucking cold brew and a cold plunge. Honestly, the newest thing was slapping.
Yeah. You're frazzled.
I'm concussed. Can you see redness on my face?
Yeah, a little, I guess.
It was definitely the highest number we've had so far. 91.
Close. You want me to do it one more time?
Let me adjust down.
Now that I know where you're
Was it
feeling.
88?
No, it was higher.
Higher than 91?
Yeah.
Wow, what is it?
97.
Wow, a slap in the face at 97.
Yeah.
What would 100 have been?
I think I don't know. I think I would have had to really. I didn't wind up that much.
Yeah,
but
that's why I felt like
I tried to generate as much power as I could.
That was the closest we've got. 6 off.
I was essentially like, I'm just gonna go as hard as I can.
Yeah, because even if I say 100, that's really close.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't want to be like 97. You're like,
yeah, but
82.
I didn't. If I really wound up and went as hard as I could, then I think
Yeah.
it would have been a little too much. So
The God was a little bit tipping it.
Yeah, because you knew that it was gonna be high.
Let's get. Actually, maybe we shouldn't do the pickup of that. It's kind of fun to not know.
Yeah.
Because you say, oh God.
Right.
So, if the audience is guessing with me on that one, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, the audience at home will see the 97.
If you're watching,
yeah,
for sure.
but it's an Easter egg for those listening.
Yeah. One more, or what do you think?
I mean, we can't. I feel like we end at a 97. That's perfect.
Yeah, because what am I going
And
to
we're
slap
also
your
only
thigh at 32?
We're 6 off, and I'm not going to let you touch my face.
You don't think I could do a slap? Because it probably won't be that high. I could do a slap to you.
Right. The odds are that it'll be much lower.
Yeah.
But I'm not playing it.
You don't want to do it?
I
don't want to do it. Because what if it's 29?
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad. But the worst thing that could happen to me is you slap me pretty hard and it hurts my neck.
Yeah, for a week.
And then
You're just done.
I care way too much about not being sore.
Yeah.
My life is entirely about
comfort,
optimizing because everything else that I have to do is mildly inconvenient.
Yeah.
I'm constantly lugging, moving,
shifting.
And I need to be pain-free. Let's see what the number would have been.
Okay.
69.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
What if we 69 to that intensity?
Perfect.
All right, great. Why don't we call it there?
Why not?
Especially because there's a ringing in my ear now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to record.
You have to go to the
anything else.
ER.
Yes. And that's not how I want to spend my day off.
See, this is why I didn't want you to slap me.
What's that? All right. For more of us, you can watch our Patreon, patreon.com/JA.
That's right. We'll be playing this game but it's 50 to 1,000.
It's 1,000 to 25,000. Although we can play this on TikTok. Doesn't this feel like a game?
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to try it with Avital, but I guess the slapping of the face.
No, I feel like it's a younger kid's game.
Yeah,
like the slapping in the face would be much funnier.
The Montana boys should play it.
Yeah, the Montana boys could do it.
And for more of this podcast, we'll be back next week. You can watch it. You can listen to it. Thank you so much. I am borderline concussed, but ultimately happy to be
apologize.
Here. Again, I can't hear anything you're saying. See you guys soon.
That was a Headgum original.